Hello, Group Galaxy Entertainment here. I always wanted to make a video like this, basically explaining some of the behind the scenes for editing some of the VHS and beta content I have on my channel. I like keeping things as original and as raw as possible, but there's times where either the audio clicks or snaps or pops too loud and I have to turn it way down so it doesn't damage your hearing if you're wearing headsets or damage your speakers. There's been times where a loud buzz or loud pop comes out of nowhere from like the video equipment or just interference or the tape's damaged or whatever the case may be. But most of the time, especially with my two local channels, well, one we used to have, one we still kind of have, the local CTV affiliate CHBX and the local CBC affiliate we used to have CJIC. Even some people I've talked to that used to work there said they always had audio problems. I'm noticing more than audio problems. I also noticed there was like an analog video switching issue when it goes to national and local commercials. And you get this weird like interference of two video signals going over each other. And then it causes the screen to buzz out and jump and roll all over the place. Or when simulcast kicks in, when your Canadian channel is rebroadcasting over your US channel, and you get an overlap of like 2 or 3 things at once, and then it goes back to what it was shown but with Canadian commercials. Or, which is probably a more common case, the person who recorded the VHS or beta tape has re-recorded over it, or stopped one recording and then recorded something else at a later date or on a different channel. So it looks like you're changing channels even though you're not, but the tape basically is. So either that happened or, like I said, the channel just messed up. And most of the time when you see the commercials flipping and glitching in and out, that's the channel having some video signal problems. And I wanted to try to preserve this old CJIC TV call sign or ID as much as I can, because there is nothing like this that exists on YouTube or anywhere online I can find. I know there is some still images and old pictures of some of the older ones from the black and white days. I think the museum has. There's a couple I found from CHBX that, again, weren't anywhere to be found, and I made them public on YouTube. And they have actually been re-uploaded with my name listed as the original uploader in their descriptions. So I do appreciate that. You did give credit to me. I do appreciate that.
In the news.
Now, again, I want to try to make this look as good as it should have looked, or as it would look on a good day. There's even times, especially with the CHBX recordings, where it basically goes complete black and white and jumps and rolls all over the place, and that's not just a capture card. Even an older TV or a newer TV hooked up through composite or RF also did the same thing. So, again, I've noticed, even when I was a kid, up until about 2009, I've noticed that CHBX CTV had a lot of video and technical issues, and now the HD era, that's kind of a thing that doesn't happen anymore because there's no analog switching, it's all digital. But local channel doesn't have the highest budget. I'm not saying it was a complete low budget channel. They did what they could do, and they did have some technical issues, but older equipment, it worked. We still got the local programming and national program is all that really mattered. But I did notice there was times where I had to go in. I can't even remember. There's a couple times where I had to fix audio, or I had to go in and re-record the tape, but 3 or 4, not the whole tape. Well, a couple times I did just for fun, but like a 6-hour tape I re-recorded like 3 times just to try to get one good pass. And I've always noticed with my beta player, I've only had it now for a little less than a year. Maybe about 6 months or so. I noticed, it's probably just my luck, but the 3rd time I record the same content, it's like a VCR losing its hi-fi audio, so it's more muffled and lower quality. But the first 2 times I record it, it's crystal clear audio, but the picture's a bit more shaky.
In Sault Ste. Marie, CJIC TV, Channel 5, Cable 6. In Sault Ste. Marie, CJIC TV, Channel 5, Cable 6.
So I do have a sweet spot on the controls for the manual tracking. That's how old this machine is, of course. And I did clean the machine out with a tape cleaner, and I did the computer paper trick. These poor beta tapes I have, which I've gotten more since the last video I made talking about this stuff. I got a whole bunch of beta tapes I inherited from my grandparents' house and my great-grandparents. And there's one tape, maybe two tapes, I cannot share on YouTube. So yeah. But I've noticed these tapes are beginning to fall apart. There was an issue with older VHS tapes and most all beta tapes where you literally play it and it starts degrading and getting so dirty and falling apart so much in the machine as it plays. It's literally unreadable. It's like the VCR is broken. Black and white, jumping all over the place picture. When I first played a tape in this machine, it looked like crap. My friend Trevor said, take it apart and clean it. I did. Played perfectly fine. I did 3 tapes, and then it looked like crap again. So I for a while when I was archiving tapes at the beginning of this year, the end of last year, I just kept the cover off the machine and put the RF shielding back over the tape loading part itself. But I had to constantly clean out the inside of the on the playheads constantly, and then I put it back together, and I found a one tape cleaner I have for beta that does work pretty good. Surprisingly, I was using that now because I don't feel like taking that apart again, because just where it's sitting, it's hard to keep the cover off it at the moment. I don't have my permanent setup just yet, but I thought I would get the CJIC tape out of the way before something happens to it, or before I lose it, or before people lose interest in it, because I've never seen this before, and I was so excited and so happy when I saw this. More happy than I yelled at the TV. I'm just like, no way, I finally have one of these. More excited than I was with the CHBX IDs I found. But yeah, I'll see if I can find the clips of my tapes messing up, basically. I still have some tapes that are unplayable. And I'm still going through all the beta tapes, so I have no clue what else I have. But I have a couple of VHS tapes that play at the wrong speed, and I have a couple of beta tapes that are so dirty, you literally go through half the tape, then the head clogs up, and you gotta clean it again, then the head clogs up at the end of the tape. But a couple of tapes will play perfectly fine, so it's been hit and miss with a lot of this stuff. Capture card issues along the way, computer issues along the way, VCR issues along the way, VHS VCR issues along the way. The beta player getting dirty constantly, so it's just been... I want to get, say, 3 tapes done a day. If they're short tapes, maybe 4 or 5 tapes done a day. But literally, I get half of one tape done, and then it takes me about another hour to reset everything back up. And then I only get 2 tapes done, or that 1 tape done, because I do 2 or 3 passes of it, because you'll see why in a minute. You'll see one pass is crystal clear, and then another recording pass of the tape, one part of it's all jumbled before the main part I wanted to record with the CJIC ID call sign. I basically lined up 4 or 5 passes I had of the CJIC, only one I've found so far, call sign, and try to find the best one. One was too bright of orange, the other 3 were okay. One was scrambled for 18 milliseconds, one was scrambled for 16 milliseconds, so I picked that one, and then clipped it, and then overlapped that, and had basically 2 videos edited together, made it look like one continuous in the fixed edited version of the upload, and then you'll see the raw one, how bad it looks right now.
In Sault Ste. Marie, CJIC TV, Channel 5.
I really enjoy this. I'm happy to find all the lost local stuff. I love my area. I love the Northern Michigan and Northern Ontario TV scene, TV community. I'm happy I've gotten in contact with some people that have been in the industry before I was even born, so I think it's really cool, and I do want to say thank you to all the people that have given me tapes, or let me borrow tapes, or let me you know, hey, I'm cleaning up my friend's garage. We found videotapes. We're going to throw them out. Do you want them? And of course, I took them. Before I moved, I dumpster dived a couple of times, and I got a whole bunch of tapes after there was a flood at an old place I lived at. People just threw their videotapes, and there was nothing wrong with them. I don't know. I'm just happy I stumbled upon this. I do have to start getting rid of tapes. I have talked to other collectors in the community, and they have to do the same thing. They archive like 100 tapes, keep 2, and throw it the other 98, because where are you going to store all of them? It's just way too many. Yeah, you and your friends might like a couple. I want to keep my childhood ones, like Garfield's Christmas and all the things like my parents recorded we got from like friends and family when I was little. But all the newer ones that I've already digitized, I'm probably going to start giving away or throwing out, because what am I going to do with all these freaking tapes? I guess I could flip them on online auction websites and say they're blank, but I don't know. And in the future, I do want to offer a digitizing service for people. I'm still figuring that stuff out. And also I want to collect tapes from other people in the area. Just say, hey, I have this. Do you want it? Even recently, as far back as beginning of this year, the end of last year, I had a couple of my neighbors saying, hey, I found a videotape. If it has family videos on it, could you digitize it and give me a copy on memory stick or DVD? And if it has just a TV recording on it, let me know. If it has Saturday morning cartoons or CBC's Mr. Dress Up, let me know. I want to watch it with you. But if it's just some random crap that my mom, grandma, or great-grandma recorded, you can just get rid of it. But let me know what it is, though. So, yeah, I put it in, and it was like PBS programming, like local PBS programming, and I'm like, well, I'm guessing you don't want this. And they said, no, thanks for checking it out. Do what you want with the tape. And I think I grabbed some commercial. Yeah, I did. I grabbed some PBS bumpers, IDs off it, call signs, whatever, off it. So, 12 minutes of me rambling, just like sending a message or leaving a voicemail for one of my friends. Same problem I have. I won't shut up. I just keep talking. But yeah, 10 years, and I've been doing the VHS stuff now for about 4 years, I want to say. I have checked my first. I'm not sure when it is. I might put a number on the screen. My first. I don't know if you heard that. A random keyboard just fell in the room I'm in. Just like it was leaning. It was my little brother's keyboard for his PlayStation. It was just leaning against the wall and it just fell over. Okay. I talked enough. The keyboard spirits aren't happy. I don't know what else to say now, but yeah. You'll see in the video how many times I have to roughly do it. And I'll try to find some of those clips I was talking about. But, yeah, complete black and white. Capture card messes up, or video problems, audio problems. It goes mono. Well, the thing about mono, I don't really care if it goes mono for the beta, because all my beta tapes are in mono. I do have a nice machine that does do stereo, but all the tapes are recorded on a cheaper mono system that quit working. I'll go into future stuff anybody wants to know about that, but I think this is enough right now. What I talked about 15 minutes here in the recording. So, yeah. Preserving lost local television stuff. Really big fan of this stuff. And I have my house wrapped in security cameras, and I just noticed there's a whole bunch of police cars parked outside, so I think they're on to me. Well, bye for now. This random one of my neighbors, I don't know. Well, bye for now, and thanks for watching. I'm happy to find all these old commercials, and I'm happy to hear from people that are interested in this. And I try posting it, too, in the local Sault Ste. Marie Facebook pages. It's just, I'm not on Facebook much nowadays, and there's so much stuff I try to make public for people. It's just hard to keep track sometimes. Bye for now. Take care. Thank you for all the subscribers. Thank you for 10 years on YouTube. Thank you for the 4 or 5 years, or wherever it is, of archiving VHS tapes. Thank you to the people who use some of my clips in their videos. I really appreciate that, like the Family Guy stuff. That was pretty cool. Well, bye for now, and oops, almost threw my coffee on the floor. Bye for now, and thanks for watching.